I am drowning in the 6 inches of muck at the bottom of a toilet bowl somewhere in the school building. A muddy shoe is leaving a footprint on the back of my head, whilst thick, veiny hands hold me under, the cistern emptying as the toilet is flushed, over and over. The water level drains, and for a moment I feel the cold air of the school bathroom sting my face. My body instinctively gasps for breath, but not before I'm forced back down as another deluge of water floods the bowl. Suddenly my lungs are on fire, toilet water filling my chest. That's always the worst part. There's just never enough time between flushes to breathe.
Gross, there's water coming out of his nose.
A small crowd of my fellow peers is forming to watch the world's most miserable teenager get a collapsed lung. 2 hours ago, I was signing autographs for the same crowd. In my mask and costume, I'm a hero to my peers. The youngest member of the Masked Menagerie, the most famous superhero group in the world. 2 hours ago, the oversized rugby player water torturing me told me I was his favorite superhero. 2 hours ago, they shook my hand and looked at me with glittering eyes. And I looked at them through my mask, through my false smile, and thought, you people are lunatics.
I think he just peed himself.
I'm not supposed to think like that. There's a pile of self-help books at home that say that's a self-sabotaging attitude. There are children starving to death in Africa. There are babies being bombed into smithereens in the Middle East. There are girls being sold into forced weddings in China. All around the world, right this instant, there are people who are suffering fates 1,000 times worse than me. The flushing stops, and I take a shuddering breath. That's right. Focus on the arson survivors with their plastic melted skin and constant agony. Give me your dementia patients, plaque entanglements robbing them of their identities, their memories, their dignity, their ability to on a schedule. Send in the quadriplegics, straitjacketed for the rest of their lives. I'll take them all.
Who's ready for round 2? $10, and I'll hold him under until he pukes.
Money must have changed hands, because I'm thrust back into the filth, my chin scraping a line of blood down the bowl. The self-help books say you should let go of the things you can't change. They call it establishing your locus of control. Know what's within your sphere of influence and what isn't. There's no use getting angry, upset, anxious, or stressed over what's inevitable. That's just what this is. Inevitable. I will always find myself here, at the bottom of a toilet bowl, drowning in the filth. That's one of the coping mechanisms you're supposed to learn. If you don't, you'll be on a one-way path to becoming a bitter, vengeful human being. So I close my eyes and let the water rush over me. Baptize me in these waters. Wash away the hate. Make me new. But, no matter how much I pretend this isn't a baptism, I will never be cleansed by this. You see, a part of me wants to hurt them, to see them suffer. I want the bullies holding me down to step into highway traffic and turn into roadkill. I want every single person in the crowd laughing, jeering, smirking. I want them to throw themselves off the school roof. I want all those people who watch as I'm dragged into the bathrooms day after day, all the bystanders who turn away and just let this happen. I want them all to stab forks into electrical outlets. A part of me wants them all to die. I'm pulled out of the water, the big one holding me up by the arm like a puppet or a garbage bag.
Toilet lover's got something to say.
He yells, and he pulls me to my knees in front of the crowd. For the second time today, I'm looking upon an audience, eyes upon me.
Go on, toilet lover.
I'm a hero. I save people.
Say something to us.
The boy wonder. A bona fide member of the Masked Menagerie. The other superheroes call my power neuro-linguistic suggestion. In other words, I can make you do things. Doesn't sound like much of a superpower, does it? Until you think of the implications. What it means is, I can make you into a puppet, a prisoner in your own body. I I could make you kill your own parents and then desecrate their bodies. I could force you to march to the nearest nursery and start gunning down children. I could get you to admit to any crime, confess to any indecency. The sounds of the crowd hollowing, the water in the cistern gurgling, the staccato grunts from the boy holding me up, it all dies away to a white noise. I hate everybody. I want everyone to die, and with a word, I could make it so. My voice is a clarion's call of doom. I open my mouth, and there's nothing. Nothing comes out. The ugly truth is, having unlimited power is a lot like having no power at all. When you can make people do anything you want, anything at all, you live by a different set of rules, or you become a monster. The smallest slip-up, the most benign twinge of frustration or annoyance, and you violated a person's mind, played puppet with their bodies. A hero wouldn't do those things. A hero fights for justice, protects the innocent, which is why I say nothing. I can't trust myself to say a single thing. If I use my power here, I wouldn't ever stop. The hate in me means I'm always just one bad day away from hurting people, from degrading people, from torturing people. In a way, the bullies are giving me my punishment for the vile things I want to do, for the person I am. I'm a ticking time bomb, with my fuse on a dead man's switch. A doomsday device, with the instructions in ancient Greek. I am a child, with a gun pointed at the head of the world. And to the sounds of my bullies jeering in tandem, the chorus of my life, I black out.